Okay, so it is Saturday, which means it is time to begin my end of week reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed the midweek reading vlog with me checking in with you guys every day. It certainly was a lot of fun for me, but now it's time to get into the weekend stuff. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today being Friday, let's discuss what I read today. So I continued on my journey with Tembi Locks from Scratch. This is turning out to be a really intriguing book. It's very different to anything that I've ever read before, but I really appreciate the opportunity to read a book that I never would have chosen for myself. For those of you who missed last week's reading vlog, this is a book that my mum and I are reading together as part of our book club. Well, we're not reading it together, but as part of a book club that we have, I'm reading this book because it is a favourite of my mother's, while my mother is reading one of my favourite books, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So it's been really interesting for both of us to read one of each other's favourite books and to discuss them. I am currently there, which is page 209, and I will have this book done by tomorrow. This book has been a really interesting read. This memoir, I was talking yesterday, so at the end of my midweek vlog, which was yesterday, about whether this actually is a biography or an autobiography, but I feel that it is much more of a memoir, and it does say that on the cover, a memoir, because it is, though it is Tembi Locke writing about her life, it's more about her writing about selective memories that she has, so it is much more of a memoir, and it's just been really, really interesting. It's an emotional journey. I have laughed, I've cried, I've been angry, I've been really joyful. So, yeah, it's been a really emotional read, but in saying that, I've really appreciated learning what I could about the cultural differences between, I've learnt a lot about American cultural differences through American books, being an Australian, but to go into this book and learn cultural differences about Italy has been really intriguing for me, especially considering that there seems to be a vast difference in cultures between Italy and Sicily. I found that intriguing as well. There has been a lot more mention of food, which I have really appreciated, but it's definitely not what I thought it was going to be, and I actually spoke to my mum about this last night and said, look, is there a point where she starts actually, cooking and it gets more into food? And my mum said, look, I don't want to give away too much to you, but I will say the book is not what I thought it was going to be. So she admitted that herself. And yeah, so I'll see how I go. As I said, I'm going to finish it off tomorrow. I said yesterday that I was predicting it would be a 3-star book, but at the moment, the way I'm seeing it, I'm thinking it's probably more likely to be a 4-star book because it is getting better as I go along with the more that I read. So I'm really enjoying it, and that's where I'm up to with this one, to be finished tomorrow. I also picked up Bands of Mourning, which is the final book in the Mistborn series. So for those of you who don't know, I started reading Mistborn in, I believe it was in March. Wow, that long ago. With this book that we have prominently displayed here, the first book, The Final Empire, the second book, The Well of Ascension, I'm reading them off here, the third book, The Hero of Ages, the fourth book is The Alloy of Law. I read the fifth book at the start of this month, and this is the sixth and final book in the Mistborn series. For those of you who don't know, the Mistborn series is split up into 2 eras. The first era of Mistborn for the first 3 books, and then from book 4 onwards we have a massive time jump, so it is a completely different era, hence why it's named as such. I haven't really been enjoying my read of the second era of Mistborn. It is very, very different to the first era, and if you want to know more, please check out my reviews for both the first era books of Mistborn and the second era ones that I've done so far. It is very, very different. The magic system not only does remain the same, it is also evolved, but aside from that, it's completely different, a very different setting to what the first era was. In saying that, I have learned to love this second era the more that I go along. I didn't really like the first book. I thought the second book was actually okay, and the beginning of this third book has been really amazing. So thank you, Brandon Sanderson, my old friend, for writing a gem. So I am so far there, which is page 110. It's going to take me a couple more days to finish this, obviously, but it's been great being back in this world and seeing more of Wayne. So the second era of Mistborn is known as the Wax and Wayne series, Wayne being the side character to our main detective, Wax. And Wayne is this hilarious character who has definitely been placed into the book for comic relief, and I've always appreciated him. He appreciates the most simple things in life. For example, if he finds a lovely hat, then that hat means the world to him. But he's also very chivalrous, and we had an example of this in this section that I read today, where he went and bartered a certain amount of rolls, like I would say probably at least 100 rolls, and gave it to some homeless children and said, you know, the only thing I want you to do for this is to pass out some of these rolls to some of the others as well, so that everyone gets some. And it was just a really beautiful moment. We also get to see more of Wax's relationship with a woman that he is destined to marry. This came about beginning from the first book, but we didn't really get to see a lot of their relationship because the focus wasn't on that. But in this book, it has become a lot more of a focus, and I really do appreciate seeing that side of things. So I'm really enjoying this one, and at the moment, if I were to call it, I'll say that this book will receive the highest rating of the 3 books in the second era of Mistborn so far, but we'll see how we go. I'll leave it there, and I'll check in with you guys again tomorrow to let you know how I felt about the conclusion of this book, From Scratch by Tenby Locke, and my continuation of this book, The Bands of Mourning. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye. Okay, so it is Saturday, and it's time for me to check in with you guys for my daily vlog, or in this case, for my end of week vlog, I guess I should say, day 2. So I have finished From Scratch by Tenby Locke. This is a really good book. I don't believe I'm going to be doing a review on this book, but if you would like for me to do a review, let me know in the comments section below. This is an adult memoir, and it was just really beautiful. Excuse me. There is a mention of food in Reese Witherspoon's quote there, and so I thought that cooking was really going to be incorporated into this book, but it's not a culinary fiction, so I was a little disappointed by that. But in saying that, I really enjoyed this book, and I just thought it was really beautiful. Apparently they're adapting it into a show or a film that's going to be on Netflix, so I'll definitely watch it, and I just had a lot of fun with this book. So I'm going to give it 4 stars because I really did love it, but there were also some cons to it. So if you want me to do a review for this book, let me know in the comment section below. Let's move on to Bands of Mourning, shall we? The final book in the Mistborn series. What a journey it's been. You know, I said recently that I started reading Mistborn Era 1, the very first book, in March recently, but I actually read it in the first book in the series I actually read in February. So there you go, it was even longer ago. But I am looking forward to wrapping up this series, especially because I have not been enjoying the second era as much as I enjoyed the first era. In saying that, I am enjoying this book. The books have gotten better and better as they've gone along. I did not like book 4 really at all. Book 5 was okay, but book 6, pretty good. I can see how Brandon Sanderson is trying to make everything come full circle from book 1 to book 6, in spite of the massive time jump that occurs between books 3 and books 4, the end of Era 1, the beginning of Era 2. And I'm enjoying it so much, and a massive shout out to Wayne for Wax and Wayne series, the second main character, Wayne, because he just makes this series work for me. All of his little quirks and accents and love of little things like hats and flowers, I just think it's so adorable. I love this guy. So yeah, but I am really enjoying myself, and the the central plot that we're going after at the moment to do with the magic system that we're dealing with at the moment is really intriguing, and I really appreciate it a lot for so many reasons. But because this is the final book in a series, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil any of it, but I'm really enjoying it. So to my plan for tomorrow, where am I up to with this? I am there. So I am not seeing a page number. I am 225 pages in. So I'm roughly about halfway through this book, and I will have this book completed on Monday. So what am I going to do tomorrow? Well, tomorrow I'm going to read about 100 more pages of this, so I should be about 3/4 of the way through. And alongside this book, I have made the decision to continue my multi-reading because I'm enjoying reading 2 books at once. I'm also going to read my final book of the month, Last Sacrifice by Richelle Mead. This is the 6th and final book in the Vampire Academy series. I'm sorry about the glare. The 6th and final book in the Vampire Academy series. It is a whopping 594 pages long, so it is a tome, and may the angels help me get through this book. But I'm really looking forward to it because the last book, the penultimate book of the Vampire Academy series, I really enjoyed, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen there. So, wrapping up what has happened today for Saturday, finished from scratch, absolutely loved it, gonna give it 4 stars, despite the fact that I love it. It had a couple of cons, 4-star book. Really enjoying Bands of Mourning about halfway through, and yeah, gonna keep reading and hopefully keep enjoying it. We'll read about 100 pages of this, as well as 100 pages of this tomorrow. And that is my wrap up for today with these books. I will see you again on Sunday, tomorrow, to wrap this end of week wrap up. Until then, I'll see you soon. Mwah. See you over on Sunday. It's Sunday over there. Bye. Okay, so it is now Sunday, which means we are so close to being done with July. And yeah, I'm really excited because I've officially started the final book that I'm going to be reading for this month, so I can tell how close I am. But let's first discuss The Bands of Mourning by Brandon Sanderson. Now, I was saying to you guys on Friday and Saturday that I was really enjoying it. Today, the section that I read today kind of felt like I was going into a bit of a slump or a bit of a lull with this book, but it set things up in a really intriguing way that I will be finishing this book tomorrow. That was always my plan, but I feel like tomorrow's final read is going to be really amazing. I really certainly hope it's going to be amazing because this is the final book in my favourite series so far for this year, Mistborn. So I'm hoping that my dear friend Brandon Sanderson is going to wrap this up really, really well. We'll see how we go and what's going to happen after I'm done with my Mistborn series. Well, you'll find out sooner than you think. But yeah, we've just kind of hit a bit of a lull, and sometimes that happens, but that's okay. We'll wrap it up tomorrow, and I'm still excited. I'm very hopeful, fingers crossed, very hopeful that this is going to wrap the series up in a really good way. We'll see how we go. So, you saw my little attempt at a montage with no music because I try not to edit videos at all, and so that little thing is just a little something that I wanted to do. And you saw me doing a montage of the next book I'm going to speak about. But before I do speak about it, I just want to make a very quick correction. In that little montage, you saw me pointing to chapter 7, which is actually incorrect. I'm not up to chapter 7, I'm up to chapter 6. So I just wanted to make a slight correction. My first attempt at trying to show you guys these books in that kind of a way, and I'm already stuffing it up. So well done, Mr. Francie. But anyway, the book I'm referring to is the final book in the Vampire Academy series, Last Sacrifice. Now, this book is a chunker, an absolute chunker. It is certainly a tome. I think it's like 594 pages or something along those lines. I was talking about that with you guys yesterday. And let's talk about my feelings going in. I was really excited going into this book because book 5 for me was an amazing book. I gave it 5 stars, but my journey to get to this book from book 1 all the way through to book 5 has been rather scattered. Book 1 received 3 stars, book 2 received 3 stars, book 3 received 5 stars, book 4 received 3 stars, book 5 received 5 stars. So you can see it's been an up and down roller coaster ride with this series, but this book has started off so well. I am really happy with where we're going with this at the moment, and the way that things kind of left off at the end of the last book, I had a couple of predictions of how this was going to go, but again, like with my predictions that I had in the second last book, my predictions were completely wrong. What I thought was going to happen by the end of the book happened within the first couple of chapters. So, I mean, Richelle Mead continues to take me on this journey. Oh, it's been absolutely amazing. And I also have plans for when I finish Vampire Academy, what I'm going to do. So, yeah, you'll learn all about that very, very, very soon. I'm very excited about that. So, to confirm, I'm up to chapter 6. So, again, I do apologise for showing you guys that I was up to chapter 7. It was just a slight error on my half. So I'm up to page 84, and I was planning to get up to page 100, or at least 99, because 99 is the start of chapter 7, but that just didn't happen. So it's already getting really late, so I'm going to stop for tonight, but I'll make up for that tomorrow and try and get up to at least 200 pages into this massive chunker of a conclusion. But I'm really enjoying myself, and thank you, Richelle Mead, for making this a great book from the get-go. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. So, to my plan for tomorrow, I'm going to finish off Bands of Mourning. So, yeah, I don't have much to go. I'm on page 330, and there are... I don't know how many pages there are. There are 437. Yeah, so 107 pages left to go. So I definitely will have this finished by tomorrow. Can't wait to talk to you guys about how this wraps up. Well, yeah, tomorrow in my beginning of week vlog. I'm forgetting that I'm wrapping up the week here. And then, of course, I'm going to continue on with Last Sacrifice, and I'll tell you guys how that goes too. So considering that I've just now remembered that I'm wrapping things up for the week, it's been a really interesting week. I started off reading Cursed Child. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. And really enjoyed it, gave it 5 stars. Then I went on to read 10 Bead Locks from scratch. I don't have them on me. From scratch, and gave it 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. And of course now I have these two. If you've read any of the books that I've read and you want to talk to me about them, please let me know in the comments section below. But please don't talk to me about them in a spoilery way, because I don't want to spoil the books I have read for those who haven't read it that are watching these videos. But if you would like to talk to me about those books in a spoilery way, I do leave my email in the description below, so you can certainly email me and we can definitely talk about them over there. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this new format of me checking in every day. It's certainly been fun for me to just take 5 minutes here or there. Well, I've been going over, and I'm trying really hard not to, but taking 5 minutes here or there to just update you daily with what's going on. But I am going to leave it there. So we are moving into the final week of July, which is 5 more days, Monday through to Friday. So here is my plan for my reading vlogs. I will still, of course, do my mid-week reading vlogs, so I'll be checking in with you guys Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But if you guys want me to still do a an end of week reading vlog with you guys to do Friday, Saturday and Sunday, let me know, okay? Normally I don't do that when I'm doing a wrap up, but I'm enjoying checking in with you guys daily, so you guys let me know what you think and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, I'm letting you guys go with peace, blessings, and so much love. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon to let you know how these books are going. Mwah. I post videos every I post videos every Thursday and Sunday with reviews and other videos in between. Until then, happy reading. Bye guys. Bye.